Hello, I welcome you all in this workshop meeting myself. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for trusting this space. So, a lot of times, we are aligned with one part of us. Either we think that, we are not worthy, we do not deserve good things in life. We take into all the narratives which other people experience about us. We'll feel that we are not enough, we are not a good mom, we are not worthy of receiving all the blessings of our life. Or we will go into the another extreme, wherein we will feel that we are entitled to so much, we could have deserved so much in our life, right? Either we will, and these are the two polarities, right? And nothing is true, because we are somewhere in between. Just like between black and white, there are millions of shades of gray. Similarly, within us, there are millions of possibilities, millions of personalities, sub-personalities. And it is not possible that we are either black or white, right? People will experience different things from us. We will have people in our life who will consider us wise, who will consider us very thoughtful, very loving, very caring. And we will have people in our life who will consider us unworthy, who will consider us arrogant, who will consider us not worthy of any kind of love, who will consider us selfish. And both of them are true and not true. Both of them are true because they have experienced that part of us. And both of them are not true because, number one, that is not my entire truth, right? I am loving as well. Some people have experienced that love with me. And I'm arrogant as well because some people have experienced that hatred, that arrogance with me. And number two, it is not true because they also view me from their lens, right? They also see me from their experiences. And that is not my truth. That is their experience, right? But what is the worst part of it? We believe all of it. We either believe that we are very loving or we believe that we are not worthy of love. And often it is from the opposites. For example, the person who tells us that we are not worthy of love, we tend to believe that we are worthy of love. And the person who loves us, we feel that why do they love us so much? I'm not worthy enough, right? We feel it that way. And it is absolutely okay. Okay, it is absolutely okay to feel it that way. Neha, are you joining from two different devices?
I'm leaving this and joining from laptop.
Okay, okay. So, Neha, please mute your device. It is causing echo.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And we are not any of that because we are all of it. We have that love inside us, we have that hatred inside us, we have that anger inside us. And often in our most intimate relationships, the suppressed pain is triggered. We might be very loving and caring friend, but we might feel ourselves not emotionally connected with our partner, not emotionally be present for our kids. We are always there, always lending a listening ear to a friend, to a colleague, but we can't listen to the tantrums or the constant complaints of our partner, of our kids, and both of us are. So it is absolutely normal. In this workshop, we will be dividing the activities in 2 days. In the first day, we will actually see what are our blocks. Okay. Know that during this exercise, now these are really powerful exercises, you might experience intense emotion. You might experience something choking up here, a very choking kind of feeling. You might experience crying. You might experience anger. You might experience guilt or resentment. You might feel that you are wronged. You might feel the sense of being wronged or feeling injustice, and all is okay. Today, in the first day, we will be doing all the exercises to release these blocks, to remove these blocks. Okay. And in the next day, tomorrow, we will be finding our strengths, our resources. Okay. So that we can build on our strengths. We can face the world in our strengths. Just like, you when you have a cupboard full of clothes, if you want to buy new clothes and there is no space, the only way out is first take out the stuff which does not feel good to you, right? You need to create that space. So today we'll be creating that space, and it might be painful. Healing is never easy, okay? Healing is painful, but that is the only way to create space inside us. We have to face our pain. We have to sit with our pain, and then only we can let it go. I'll also be sharing certain exercises. Okay, I will be sharing certain audio recordings after this workshop so that you can continue with the process. And if it's not compulsory, but if you continue with the process, it will help you release a lot of burden from yourself. Okay. Now we'll start with it. Neha, I request you to adjust your camera so that I can see your face completely. And just sit back and relax. Relax your back and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, exhale. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. As you keep on inhaling and exhaling, do not suppress any bodily reactions. Do not suppress your yawn, belching, burping, your tears, water coming from your eyes or nose. It is absolutely okay. That is the way the body releases. So do not hold on to it. What needs to let go, just let it go. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. As you inhale, become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Become aware of the various sensations happening in your body. See your breath. Feel your breath. Feel this life-giving force traveling from your nostrils as you inhale towards your crown, towards the back of your head, energizing your third eye chakra, to your neck, to your throat, energizing your throat chakra, towards your shoulders, relaxing it, relaxing all the burdens which you are carrying, towards your forearms, to your arms, to your forearms, to your wrist, your hands, your fingers. Feel this breath traveling to your chest, your breast. energizing your heart chakra. Feel it moving down towards your navel, energizing your solar plexus. Feel it traveling down to your sacral chakra, to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, towards your pelvic floor, your genitals, your thighs, your knees, your calf muscles, your shin bone, your ankle, your foot, your toes, and the sole of your feet. As you keep on inhaling and exhaling, becoming more and more aware of your breath, see roots coming out of your sole, the sole of your feet. See roots coming out of your sole of your feet, traveling deep into the earth. Visualize the roots coming out of the sole of your feet, traveling inside the earth. And as you keep on breathing more and more, the roots will grow wilder, it will grow bigger, and it will travel down towards the center of the earth. Keep on breathing. Let the roots penetrate deep, further, reaching to the center of Mother Earth. And on the count of 10, it will be reaching the crux, the center, the core of the Mother Earth. 1. As I keep on counting, keep your inhalation and exhalation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The roots have connected to the center of the Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is sending all her love, warmth, and nourishment from her center towards you. Feel that nourishment, that warmth, that concern, that love, the support traveling from your roots towards you. Visualize it. See the roots carrying all the love, support, care, warmth, nourishment, safety, security, taking from Mother Earth and giving it to you. See it traveling, and now it has reached the sole of your feet. Breathe. Breathe into this love and this support from Mother Earth. And as you keep on inhaling and exhaling, feel this support traveling from your feet towards your ankles, energizing your ankles. Support, feel this support, feel this love, feel this care, feel this nourishment as it travels upwards towards your shin bone and calf muscles, towards your knees, towards your thighs, your pelvic floor, your genitals, and see a red flower blooming at the base of your spine. Visualize a red flower blooming at the base of your spine. This warmth, this nourishment, this care, this support is energizing your root chakra. Feel this support. Feel this flower. Feel this red color flower. And as you keep on inhaling, the energies from Mother Earth travels further upwards towards your sacral chakra. Visualize an orange flower blooming. Feel the energy, the connection with Mother Earth. Feel the support that Mother Earth is providing you. And as you inhale and exhale further, feel this deep connection traveling upwards towards the center of your rib cage, towards your solar plexus chakra. Visualize a yellow color flower blooming. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. And see this energy further traveling upwards towards your heart chakra, the center of your chest, and a green flower, a beautiful green flower blooming. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Keep on breathing. And now this energy, this strength, this connection travels further upwards towards your throat. A beautiful blue flower is blooming. Feel it completely. Breathe into this energy. Breathe into this safety. Breathe into this connection. And now it travels further upwards towards the back of your head, towards the third eye or your root chakra, and visualize an indigo colored flower blooming here. Keep on breathing. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Feel this safety, this security, this love, the warmth, the connection with Mother Earth. And now it further travels upwards towards the crown. Visualize a violet colored flower blooming. See your entire being connected to Mother Earth, rooted to Mother Earth, deriving the strength, the support, the love, the warmth, and the connection from Mother Earth. Breathe into this safety, breathe into this security, breathe into this connection. Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. And as you feel more and more connected towards Mother Earth, know that wherever you go, Mother Earth is supporting you. Mother Earth is sending you love and nourishment. Mother Earth is connected to you. And the moment you feel fully grounded, fully secure, fully comfortable in this moment, slowly and gradually start noticing your present surroundings. Feel the surface on which you are sitting. Visualize the color of your room, the color of the walls, the furniture in the room. Feel the fabric on your body, the fold of the fabric. Feel your legs. Move your toes slightly. Feel your fingers. Move your fingers slightly. And slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. Come back to the here and now. And now I would want you to write about this experience without thinking, okay? Just write how you felt when you were supported by Mother Earth, when you were supported by your own breath, okay? Just write down the feelings without thinking. Do not stop. If nothing comes out, then also write, even if a song comes in your mind, even if a cuss word comes, even if it is that you are feeling dejected, just write it down. Keep on writing without thinking. You need not to use any flary language. You need not to be concerned about the grammatical errors because no one is going to read this. It is your truth. No one is going to judge you or shame you. Just write what you felt. If you didn't feel connected with Mother Earth, that is also okay, and that is your truth. If you felt that connection, write it. Do not think, how will this look like? Because no one is going to read it. It will be safe with you. And let me know when you have written it. Just give a reaction, a thumbs up, and I will know. Okay, Neha. Let's hold space for each of us, each of the participants. Done, Shreya? Just give me a reaction. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a writer, so I just went on and on.
It's
I didn't realize.
absolutely fine, and it is your biggest strength. You need not to be sorry about it. This is the way you can heal yourself when you pour your heart out, right?
Yes, quite a lot.
So it is, more than wonderful. So never apologize for your strengths just because it is not comfortable with someone else, right? We are holding this safe space for each of us, okay? And now I want you to fold back the paper, to move it upside down, turn it around, okay? And I will be sharing a whiteboard and I'll ask you to do the same, draw the same. Just see what I'm doing here and you have to draw it, okay? Is the whiteboard visible to you?
Oh, yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So what you have to do here, you will be drawing one rectangle here, another rectangle at the end of the page. You can use the paper vertically or horizontally as you wish, and a bigger rectangle here. Okay. The first two rectangles could be smaller in size. It need not be perfect. Again, this is going to stay with you. I will not be asking you to share it with me. Okay. And a third rectangle in the middle, in the center. Okay. And I want you to write or above the first rectangle, father. Here, mother. And here, me. Okay. Let me know when you have drawn it. It need not be perfect. Okay. Done?
Done, Sneha. Yes.
Okay. Shall I remove this whiteboard?
Yeah.
1 second, 1 second. I'm just drawing the last one.
Take your time. Take your time, Shreya. No worries.
Done.
Done?
Yeah.
Shall I remove this whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will be muting you all so that there is no echo. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a very difficult task. Okay. And know that if you do it, you are in no way disrespecting the love, the respect, the emotions which you share with your parents. Okay. You are just acknowledging the feelings of your childhood. Just since you all are mothers here, right? No matter how much you love your child, there are moments when you are not able to fulfill all the emotional needs of your child, right? And it doesn't make you a bad mother, right? It doesn't make this truth that you are not emotionally available to your child, because for every action you do, every effort you are taking, at the back of your mind, you are trying to make life easier for your child, right? That's what you do. And that's what our parents also intended. Their ways could be different. And we may not have received the love we wanted to receive in a particular manner, right? Their love language might be very different from the language we expected them to. For example, we might have expected them to, love us more, to hug us more, to listen to our emotional distress. But might be because they have been brought up in times where they were struggling to meet the needs, right? Because this emotional understanding wasn't even known to this. They just knew that if I take care of my family, that is how I'm loving them. And that is how they loved us. And now, when I'm acknowledging the things which I have missed in my childhood, it doesn't mean that I'm disrespecting the love. I'm disrespecting them. I love them. And I'm truly honored to be their daughter. Because of them, I am on this earth. If they would not have bought me, I would have never been able to see this day, right? So now I want you to write all the feelings which you have with your father, all the negative qualities you think, all the negative things which you feel that your father has. all the complaints which you have with your father. For example, for me, it could be my father was very controlling. He never trusted me, right? These are my complaints for him. But it doesn't make me a bad daughter. It doesn't lessen the love for him, which I hold for him. I'm just acknowledging what I felt. I am not going to hurt him by telling him this. I'm just acknowledging what I felt, what I suppressed. So, whatever complaints you have with your father, write it down. If you feel that the space is not enough, you can write, still write, okay? You can add one more paper. You can also write all those expectations which were not met by your father. For example, you wanted him to emotionally support you, to encourage your dreams. It could be anything. And now notice down the feelings, how you felt. For example, on an event, he scolded you, but you have to write down the feeling, what I felt. Is this making sense to you, or do you have any questions? Write it out. Know that I'm not going to read it. No one is going to read it. And in fact, this paper will not be with you always. Okay? We will be destroying it once we have released it. But for that, we need to acknowledge the pain. We need to acknowledge that, yes, even though my parents tried their best, there were moments I felt unseen, unheard. Just write down the feelings, write down your complaints, write down the traits of your father, characteristics of your father, which scared you, which stopped you. Okay? This is not going to be read by anyone else. Just write your heart out. Know that we are safe. We are not going to judge anyone, because every one of us is connected with this pain. Each one of us had experienced those moments in our childhood. The narratives may change, the stories may change, but the pain is still the same. And hence, we will be just acknowledging the pain of that child. And it is absolutely okay if you feel like crying, because you have suppressed it for too long. And it's time to acknowledge. Keep on writing. There is no word limit here. Okay? If you feel that the space is not enough, take one paper and write further and keep writing whatever you feel like. But do not stop. Do not think. Just write with your feeling. Go with your feelings. Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, my father actually passed away when I was 18. So
Okay.
I don't have that many memories and that much to write.
So even if you have complained that, why he wasn't there
I
physically.
have no complaints.
Okay, so whatever comes to you, if you wish, there could be certain things which your father could have done, you could write that as well. Okay?
Could have done when he was alive.
Yes. You can write that as well.
Okay.
Okay? And even if it is just 2 points, that is also fine.
Okay.
But I want you to notice on the regrets, the complaints you had. Or maybe when he was alive, the moments he could have supported you, or he could have given you the love the way you desired, but he could not. Okay, there were moments, right, when he couldn't trust you fully, or when he couldn't understand your feelings. No? Then let it be. Whatever comes to you, whatever complaints, even if it's a single complaint, just write it down. If there is no complaint, let it be. Okay? Write down all the negative qualities of your father. And know that by writing it down, by acknowledging it, you are not disrespecting him. All the characteristics which you didn't feel good about, just write it down. And it is very important to acknowledge them. Do not skip this step. Guys, I'll just come and switch on the fan. Okay, you please write. And it is okay to cry. It is okay to feel heavy. It is okay to feel sad. Write down your disappointments with him, your regrets, your complaints. And going to read it. No one is going to hurt. You are just accepting your pain. You are just acknowledging your pain, your feelings. And let me know when you are done. Take your time. Done? Shreya, what about you? Done? Kamna? Okay. Now I want you to visualize your mother. And do the same exercise with your mother. Write down all the complaints, her negative aspects, the ones which you are not comfortable at, your regrets or your expectations. The way she couldn't meet your needs, the way she couldn't love you the way you desired. Just write it down. Know that this is not going to be read. You can be fully you. Pour your heart out. By acknowledging our pain, we are not disrespecting our parents. We are not dishonoring their love. We are not dishonoring the things which they had done for us. If you think that she could have behaved in a certain manner or she could have decided something and which could have changed your life, just write it down. If you feel that if she would have taken few steps, things would have been different, write it down. See her as a human and write down all the complaints you have with this human. Done, Shri? Now just sit back and read what you have written. Read the aspects of your father which you do not approve. Read the aspects of your mother which you do not approve. And Neha, please take your time. We are holding that space for you. And let me know when you are done. If you feel like adding something, you can add here. But do not deduct anything from your list. Do not remove anything from your list. If you wish to add something, you can. Read it twice. Read the list thrice. Feel these things. Feel these emotions. Feel this bitterness. Feel this grudge, the complaints you have with your parents. Till every member finishes, just keep on reading this list. Keep on reading this list. The more you will read, the more you will be able to feel those pain, feel the bitterness, feel that grudge. And the more intensely you feel, you will be able to release it as well. Know that these are your feelings. These are your perceptions about your parents. It does not define them. And therefore, you are not dishonoring them. Neha, are you done?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now, read back, read it for one last time. Read this list. Read all the aspects of both of your parents, which you have written it down for one last time. And now when you have read it, let me know. Done? Now, I want you to write down all those aspects which resonates with your life. For example, if I feel that my father is controlling, am I controlling too? Do I exercise control too? If yes, write it down. If I feel that my mother was emotionally unavailable for me, if she never had heart-to-heart conversation with me, do I do that too? Do I struggle to have heart-to-heart conversations too? Whether it's with my child or my partner or any of the person. Do I struggle that too? Do I feel about myself that too? If I feel that my father was always angry, do I feel an anger inside me too? Just write down all those negative qualities of yours, which you either fail to acknowledge or which you know, but it is too difficult, it is too painful to accept. You could have different aspects of you as well, which does not directly connect with your parents. And if that is the case, you write it down too. Write down all the complaints which you have with yourself. If you feel guilty of something, if you feel hatred about something, whatever you feel, whatever you think you want to improve upon, just write it down. It is difficult to see this aspect of us. It is difficult to accept the dark side of us. But it is only when we are aware we can heal them. Living in denial is of no help. You are safe. And when you have written, just go through your list. Keep looking, keep reading your list. All the complaints which you have with yourself, which you haven't acknowledged yet, which you know that in some part of your heart was true, but you were living in denial. You didn't want to accept it. Know that it is not going to be read by anyone. So be true to yourself. There is no reason, there is no justification, there are no excuses. It is just me, whether someone accepts it or not. Whether I want to accept it or not, but it is me, a part of me, which I was denying. Yes, I could feel jealous. Yes, I could feel that anger. I could feel that hate, that resentment, that bitterness. And all of it is me. All of this makes me. If I just choose to ignore it, I'm choosing to ignore the part of me, which is very much alive in me. Let me know when you are done. And tell me, how does it feel to acknowledge this dark side of yours? The first feeling, the first thought which comes to you. How does it make you feel to acknowledge this dark part of you? Please share it. You're not going to share the list, just the feeling when you have acknowledged these dark, these hidden parts of you.
So I am not able to think of a right word, but there is a little angry, like anger I felt, and little disappointment with myself.
Okay.
And at the same time, I feel maybe there is an opportunity where, see, these are the feelings which we wanted to tell to our parents, but we always suppressed, right?
Right.
So I feel maybe there could be some setup where I can express my true, these kind of anger and which are with my parents, like you would have done, you would have not done this or something like that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. What about you, Shreya and Neha? Would you like to share?
Yes, I don't know how I feel right now because I go through these feelings every day. There is this dark side of me that comes out maybe later, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the night, sometimes during the day if somebody I love has hurt me. So I don't know one word for it, but it's a feeling that comes and goes every day.
Okay. And does it make you restless, or is it a very familiar kind of feeling which you would really like to sit
So
with?
for the longest time, I used to love being sad, and I used to like relish in it, sit in it, and just let it marinate. But lately, because of those things that happened, lately I started having anxiety. I have a lot of like heart palpitation, but it's not like major to be clinically diagnosed. But yes, I have a lot of anxiety. Sometimes I've also experienced panic attacks. So because I like to sit in it, overthink it, and just let it like ruin my day for me.
Okay. So Shreya, are you willing to release it?
I don't know if it's that easy to be released so
No, it's not
early and so
about
easily.
easy, or it's not about how difficult the process is going to be. It's about your willingness. Because you said that the feeling is so familiar to you that you experience it on daily
And it's
basis.
just growing intense because a lot of things are adding on to it. Earlier, it
Right.
was just one set of feeling, but now over the years, as I've grown up, too much has happened, and a lot of things have fueled it, and now it's turned into this whole thing which gives me anxiety all the time mostly.
My question is, would you like to release it?
Yes, I would love to because I can see it has changed me as a person over the period of time. I'm becoming a bitter person, which I'm not.
Okay, and that is the only thing needed. It may take time, right? Because we have spent so much time building it. So it may take time, not that much of time, but it may take time to release it completely.
But it's not like I don't share it. I share it with my partner every day whenever it happens. I've shared it with my mother. Now we don't have that kind of a relationship. But yeah, so that has also added on to it. So now I just carry all this baggage every day. And because I am a stay-at-home mom right now, I'm not working and I had a very busy life 3 years back. So all that baggage is just continuing, and because I have so much time to think all day at home, I just keep thinking and ruining things for me, my husband. I get angry at him for no reason. A lot. Yeah.
Because if you will just reflect the complaints which you have for yourself, these dark aspects, these similar set of complaints you will be having with your partner as well.
No, I think the similar set of complaints that my father and mother, I think
No.
I have it with me.
Yes, you have it in me.
Hmm.
And do you find that your partner also complains these things to you about
Yes,
you?
100%.
Because we are projecting all that suppressed needs on him. And this is what happens, that all our suppressed emotions are projected onto our intimate relationships. This will be projected into your partner and later on with your relationship with your children. Since your child is too
I think
small.
with the children, it's already happening with my child. It's already happening, and which I regret. I don't regret things very easily, but this is something that I do regret, and I want to heal so that I don't project it onto her, so that she
Yes.
doesn't go and become anxiety conscious, or like she doesn't need to go for therapy to just move on with her life.
And that is the beauty, when you heal yourself, you heal your relationships, and you also do not burden your children to carry it, right? Thank you so much for sharing, Shreya. Neha, would you like to share anything? How does this feel to acknowledge?
I think this activity I haven't done for the first time. I think I was on this journey many years back. So I used to write journals every day, and every day the same thing, the list of things I want to improve upon. Every day I used to write how I'm getting angry, what all. I am, I think, still my biggest critique. And it used to be so frustrating for me to see every day I'm not making any move. I'm just doing the same things which I don't want to do, and then get into the guilty trap. And then somehow that made me so unhappy and so hopeless in my life. And then only a few, and I used to seek solace in spirituality. I used to listen to spiritual discourses. I did, I think, everything what could help me to the best. To the best in the sense I gave 100% to that. But then when that was also not helping me, I felt then there is no hope, nothing will work for me. I mean, I used to go for these spiritual workshops for days to Rishikesh for 5 days. I mean, even against the wish of my husband. So, I mean, he was like, I mean, I know what I've gone through in making him understand that this is something I have to do for my own sanity. But, that also made our relationship worse than before. But it was something I wanted to do for myself because I was not happy with the way I was. I could see, all the flaws. It was like all the time a backstory going on that I did that, I should not have done. Again, I did the same thing. Again, when I'm going to come out of it. I always used to feel bad about how I am feeling. I never respected my feelings. I always brutally ignored my feelings.
And how does it feel to acknowledge it now?
Since it's familiar thing, it's something I've done it earlier also, but now I've come to an understanding. Like a few years back, let's say 2 years back, again you can see the desperation or the hopelessness was so strong, intense. Then I again got another path that showed me some hope, some light, and that helped me overcome the constant restlessness, the constant unhappiness, anxiousness, which used to be more visible when I was having off, or it was the holidays time. I used to think, okay, this is छुट्टी तो मैं better feel करूंगी, but it was just the opposite. जिस दिन उल्टा काम पे नहीं जाना, उस दिन उल्टा और क्योंकि feelings बिल्कुल it was like on my face. तो इससे अच्छा लगता था कि काम पे ही जाना ठीक है, कि आप अपनी feelings को इतना ध्यान ही नहीं दे रहे. You are not just paying
Exactly.
attention to.
And that is what made it worse, right? Because the feelings are so painful that I do not want to sit with myself. And therefore, I find solace in work. I find solace in distracting myself.
And even at home, what I do, I don't talk to anyone. I just pour myself in work, in household work. I mean, right from the time I get up, I do my practice, and then I will do 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Now, since my age doesn't, I mean, I'm not that old, but what I used to work earlier, like 7 to 8 hours, I used to work continuously home just to, because I used to feel, better than sitting. I could not sit. My sisters used to tell, what you do? Why do you do so much of work? And I don't know. I just want. Till date, I'm doing the same thing. Whenever I
It's too difficult, it is too painful to sit with these painful feelings because it triggers those painful memories, right? And now we will be doing 2 sets of exercises. Guys, are you okay with it? Can I extend the workshop time? Is it okay if you do not have any commitments?
I
Sure.
get my charger. I
Oh.
get the charger.
Okay, just do it. Because now you said, the way you said earlier, I was just thinking of one activity, but the way you shared, I want to use 2 activities, 2 somatic exercises. So the workshop time might increase, okay? Maybe by 10-15 minutes, if it's fine with you, okay?
Yeah, sure, Sneha. Because I was listening Shreya and Neha. So sometimes it happens with me also, where I feel ki let me work, let me do some household work, or let me start cleaning my cupboard, or let me arrange my things. So first thing, as she also mentioned, there will be no thoughts coming. Second thing, you feel good that you have achieved everything. For example, if you arrange your house, you feel that, okay, this is something which I can do with the perfection. So you feel some kind of accomplishment, or there is a happiness which comes inside. And yeah, and sometimes I, with the, as Shreya also said, I also feel sometimes that these are the same thoughts which keep, means I also have in my mind, but I never expressed it because I can't express it. Neither I can't share it with my partner, or neither I wanted to share it with my sisters. Like, so I think, yes, yes, it happens with me also, these two things.
What is the price we pay when we do not sit with our feelings? When we do not sit with ourselves, when we do not acknowledge what we feel, when we did not acknowledge the pain, it keeps simmering inside us. And at the tiniest of incident, the tiniest of trigger will burst, will react out of proportion. Yes, Shreya, please.
But what if we are keeping it in us and also sharing about it, venting about it, but still a tiniest incident make it as explosive?
Because I'm venting out just the frustration. Understand, there is a difference. I can constantly complain about my job and I can still go to that job. I can still continue with my job and I can constantly bitch about my co-workers, about my boss. But because I'm also continuing with the job, the feelings keeps adding on. Right? It is like you are sharing, right? But the same thing is piling up again. So even
Like
if
the
you remove one
acknowledgement is
day,
there, acknowledgement is there. We know what is wrong with us. We're constantly sharing it, but still nothing changes. It's still the
but we are
feeling
sharing
comes
it,
back
right?
again.
We are sharing it since you have a partner or a person in your life with whom you can share, right? So you are removing one block, right? But at the same time, you are putting it back again by nursing those feelings again.
Also, because sometimes I feel that the gravity of the situation is not understood by the person
Yes.
I'm conversing with. So it's like they'll try to give me a solution, but the solution is not convincing to me.
Yes, because we all know, like if you will just reflect, you all know that what you need to do, right? Your logical mind knows what to do. Think of all the positive things, breathe, meditate, do exercises, eat healthy food, be with people who love you. You know all those logical stuff, right? But still, you're not able to fully implement it for a longer period of time. You might try, it's not that you're not trying. The way you want to involve yourself in some kind of job, that is evident, right? That is, even if it's a household work, that is a proof that you are trying to work on yourself. But what I'm doing is I'm actually distracting myself. I'm not processing it. It's like I'm crying, I'm feeling all that sadness, and then bahut ho gaya rona dhona, I have to move on. No one is going to do this for me. I should, get up and build the life which I want. I have just cried and wiped it away. I have not actually processed it. So what exactly you are doing is you're finding a missing piece, but instead of placing it, you are again putting it in the bag. Does it make sense to you? Okay. Now, what we will be doing here, we will be doing 2 powerful somatic exercises wherein we will be releasing it. Okay. And the variation, the experience, the visual will be very unique to you. It may not make logical sense to you, but it is true for you, because just like that your logical mind tells you the solutions, but you cannot sustain it for long. Your body doesn't feel like doing it, right? It happens that that you have to arrange this cupboard, but your body doesn't feel like doing it, because there is a fragmentation between your mind and your body, right? And healing involves integration of mind, body, and spirit. When it is done somatically, what exactly happens is that you are able to release those feelings from your body, the things which are holding you back. It may take time. Understand, this one day exercise will not eradicate everything. But when you will do it, I will send you the audios and you will do it on a regular basis, or you can just put on the recording and do it on a regular basis. It will help you. It will help you in a way which you can't even imagine if you will do it consistently. Okay? So just breathe, sit back, and close your eyes. Breathe. Take a deep inhalation and a deeper exhalation. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Feel that support of Mother Earth. Feel that you are loved, cared, nourished, and supported by Mother Earth. And now I want you to visualize your parents. Whether they are on this earth or not, just visualize them standing in front of you at some distance. Just nod your head when you see them. Just breathe. Breathe into this visual. Breathe into this image of your parents standing in front of you. And in your mind, tell them all the list which you have written down. You might not remember everything. So whatever comes to you, tell them in your mind, Papa, I feel so and so. It's okay to cry. It's okay. And know that by telling him what you feel, you are just getting closer to him, just like you would want your child to share everything with you, to share his or her pain with you. Your parents also want you to share your pain. Tell your father all those feelings which you had written down, or if anything else comes to you. Tell it in your mind's eye. Tell it in your visual, mentally. Tell your father all the regrets and the disappointments and the complaints you have with him. Know that you are sharing your pain. You are not disrespecting him. You are not loving him any less. We share our pain with the people whom we love the most. And we come from our parents. Because of them, we are here on this earth to share all your grudges, all your complaints, all your pain, all your emotions, all your disappointments, the rejections from your father to your father. And once you have shared everything with your father, do the same exercise with your mother. See yourself as their child who has come to them to seek their help, who is venting out her pain so that she could be seen and heard by her parents. Tell them about all those feelings. Know that you are just getting closer to them by sharing your pain. You are not disrespecting them. Tell them how you felt ignored, how you felt hurt, how you felt betrayed, rejected, disappointed, how you felt that anger. Remember all those incidences which made you feel, now which you term it as negative, the negative emotion, but it is you who shaped you who you are now. And tell them, tell it all, pour your heart out. Express all your emotions, all your unmet needs today. Let this be a day when you express all your grudges, all your hurt to your parents. Let this be the day when you choose to move above them. And when you have done, just simply nod your head. When you have expressed everything, there is no rush. I'm holding that safe space for you. You are safe. Tell them the way you would expect your child to share everything with you. Know that when their child will share her pain with you, you will not judge him. You will not judge them. You will just be happy that At least they came to you. They choose to trust you. And similarly, your parents are happy that you choose to trust them. Share all those things, all your complaints, all the grudges, all the disappointments. If some events of your past flash in your mind, let it come. Tell it mentally. Express everything to them. Show the vulnerable side of you. Show your naked self. Bare your heart out. Just like you will not be willing, you will not like your children to carry any kind of pain. They won't want that. Their language might be different. Their way of loving might be different. It may not be the way you wanted to receive love, but still they are our parents. We come through them. And by rejecting them, by not accepting them, we are not accepting ourselves. We are rejecting that part of us. Do not open your eyes. Just be in that moment. Cry if you feel like, but keep telling them your heart. Keep expressing them how you felt. And now, as you keep telling them about how you feel, visualize a cord coming from your navel. Visualize a cord coming from your navel and going to both of your parents. Can you see that cord? Just nod if you can. Visualize a cord connecting you to your parents. And now, hear it in your parents' voice. My dear child, I love you. I have always loved you. And I'm so sorry that I have made you feel uncomfortable. I have caused you pain. But know that my love language had nothing to do with you. My inability to love you the way you needed has nothing to do with you. I hurt you because I was hurting myself. I didn't do it intentionally. It was the only way I knew. And I want you to cut all those bitterness, to cut all those ties which bounds you with pain. Now, in this cord, which is connecting to you and your parents, which is connecting you and your parents, visualize all that hurt, all that rejection, all the grudges, the disappointments, the hurt, the hatred, the pain, everything which you have boiled inside, which you have suppressed for too long, all the memories which still pains you, all the times when you felt you were unseen, all the times when you felt that you didn't matter, all the times when you felt that you are not loved, you are not worthy of love. I want you to visualize all those feelings in that cord. Can you see them? Just nod your head if you can. Yes? Now, see your parents giving you a big scissor. A big scissor. And asking you to cut all the painful memories and ties. I want you to hold a scissor in your hand and with your other hand hold that cord which has all the painful memories, all the painful feelings, all those experiences which still hurts you, which still gives you pain. And gently cut the cord as near to you as possible. Are you able to cut it? Cut this cord. Cut it slowly and carefully. And know, when you are cutting this cord, you're not cutting your relationship with your parents. In fact, all the pain, all the complaints, all the grudges, you are cutting them. Hear it in your parents' voice. Let our pain, let our hurt, let our disappointments belong to us and not to you. My dear child, you are free to live your life. I would never want you to carry my pain, to carry the traumatic experiences I had as my legacy to you. I want you to be free of this pain, to be free of all those discomforting feelings, all those hurts which I have knowingly or unknowingly caused. You are free to choose your life. You are free to choose your life. You are free to experience the life in a new way. You need not to hold on to my pain because of your love. Know that when you carry our pain on our behalf, you are not helping me. You are not listening it. In fact, it increases because I can't see you in pain. So, my dear child, please cut all those painful experiences which tie me to you. Let only love remain. And cut this cord. And when you have cut this cord, just nod your head. It may take time and it is okay. You choose to love your parents for whatever blessings they gave you in your life. You choose to honor them for what they have done. And you choose to let go of all those disappointments which they were not able to meet. Remember, they are human too. They did the best they could. It might happen that they could not love you the way you wanted, but their intention was never to hurt you. So cut this cord of disappointment, rejection, pain, hurt, hatred, grudges. Let me know when you have cut it completely. Kamna, Neha, is it cut? Now, I want you to visualize a ball of burning fire. See a ball of burning fire. Can you see it? And all those complaints, all those bitterness which you have with yourself, all the guilt, all the times which you have criticized yourself, all those complaints which you have with yourself, see them burning in that fire. See it coming out of your body. Give them a form, give them a size, give them a shape. And see it coming out of your body. You might feel different kind of sensations in different parts of your body. And see it coming out of your body and burning into that fire. Can you see something coming out of your body? Yes. Breathe into it. Do not suppress any body reactions, your yawn, your tears. That is the way the body releases. All the list of complaints which you had about yourself. Just put them in the fire. See it coming out of your body. Do not logicalize the process. Do not rationalize the process. Just see it coming out. It could be any size, any color, any shape. And that is absolutely okay. Because it is your body, your truth. It need not make sense to anyone else. Just breathe it out of your body. And keep breathing out. See that coming out of your body and going into that fire. See it all coming out. Is it coming out from your body? Yes, breathe it out. Do not stop the process because this is how you will be freeing yourself. Keep breathing out. Keep breathing out. Take your time. There is no rush. If something wants to release, just release it. Do not worry about the time. Do not worry if you are leaving behind or if you are lagging behind. It is no race. Just keep on breathing. Breathe into that bodily sensation wherever you are feeling any kind of sensations in your body and see something coming out of your body and moving into the fire. You have suppressed it for too long. You have carried this pain for too long. It needs to be released. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your loved ones. Keep on breathing out. The moment you are breathing it out, you again might feel some other bodily sensations and bring your awareness to that body part and then breathe it out again. It might come in any form, any size, any shape. Breathe it out. Some of those might find difficulty in moving out, and that's okay. That needs further exploration. But whatever you can, to the best of your ability, breathe out and put it in that fire. Bring your awareness to your body back. Feel again any kind of sensation. And wherever the sensation is, direct your breath and see it again moving out of your body. It is tiring. You might feel exhausted, but it is the last time you are carrying that pain. Be gentle with yourself and know that by letting it go, by letting it out of my body, I'm releasing myself. I'm releasing all that is holding me back. Do not pressurize anything to come out. Do not force anything to come out. If something is stuck inside your body, that needs further exploration, and that is okay. Just keep breathing out. Feel all the sensations in your body, in different parts of your body, and move it out. Let it go. Let it be consumed by fire. Do not suppress any body reactions. If you feel like yawning, open your mouth wide and yawn. If you feel like crying, cry. That is the way your body releases. Keep on breathing. Keep on exhaling. All the pain, all the grudges, all the resentments, all the bitterness. Keep breathing it out. See it, feel it coming out of your body. And breathe it out. See it consuming by fire. See it disappearing in fire. And now I will do reverse counting from 20 to 0. And as I move towards 0, the intensity will increase. Things will start moving out from your body at a faster pace. And you let it out to the best of your ability. Know that you are safe. Know that you deserve to be pain-free. Know that you deserve to be happy. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now take a deep inhale. A deep inhale. Hold it. And exhale. And with this exhalation, everything which you are holding back will come out of your body and move into that fire. Inhale, exhale, breathe it out. Inhale, exhale, breathe it out. Inhale, exhale, breathe it out. And with last one deep inhalation and exhalation, everything which was holding you back will move out. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. See everything coming out of your body and disappearing into that fire. Is it out? And now, hear it in your parents' voice. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you are brave enough to face your own truth. I'm so proud that you chose to love us for who we are. I'm so happy that you chose to cut down all the painful memories. I'm so, so proud of you, my daughter. And now feel it in your body. Feel the blessings. Feel them, visualize them blessing you so that you can tap into your inner power, so that you can be you, so that you can release all that is holding you back and empower yourself with your strengths, with your innate abilities, with your innate capabilities. See them blessing you. Embrace this visual. And when you have embraced it fully, very slowly come back to the here and now and write down this experience. Write down the exercise which you have gone through. How did it make you feel? How are you feeling after this release? Without thinking, do not stop your pen, just keep writing. Do not stop, do not think, just write it down. Without thinking, just write about your experience. See what was coming out. How did your parents reacted to it? How did they bless you? Write down about this experience. Take your time. Take as long as it takes. How did you felt when all things which didn't belong to you were moving and disappearing into fire? Do not stop your pen. Do not let your logical brain dominate your feelings. Just write down. Keep on writing. Write down the experience which you had when you cut the cord. How did it make you feel? How did your parents feel? When you choose to love them for who they are and not by carrying their pain. No one is going to read this. So pour your heart out. And also mention the apologies, if any, you have received from your parent. Keep writing. Keep writing about the experience, because when you write it, the experience is integrated in your body. And when you have written it down, if you have finished writing, then just read. And if you are still writing, we all are waiting for you. We are all holding that space for you. Just read it. Just read about your experience so that you can revisit it. If you have read it, would you like to share your experience? It is absolutely okay if you won't. because I know this is too personal, too intimate. If only you are okay, share it. Yes, Neha.
Yeah, actually, I mean, when I was doing the activity, I could do it. I mean, but while writing down, I had a different thought about my father. I mean, again, little discomfort or resentment surfaced because even if he apologized or through the activity like you were guiding, but my thoughts are a little different. He's apologizing, but since he is not aware himself of what he's doing or what he has done earlier, he would continue to do so. For how long I will keep on forgiving? I mean, he would never understand the emotional.
Neha, I'll stop you here. Understand, it doesn't change the person, okay? It doesn't change the events, right? This exercise only frees you from the burden you are carrying. So trust your body, okay? It is not that the person will change, but you will have a changed landscape. You will have a different perception about it. You know, when we keep on rejecting our parent, especially our parents, we also keep rejecting a part of us. And we are not doing to get their apologies. We are not doing to forgive them. We are doing to move ahead. To move ahead from all those things which are holding us back. We are forgiving ourselves in the process for not being enough, for not taking the right action, for not doing the things which we think we could have done. The forgiveness, so forgiveness is never about other person. We are no one to forgive. Okay? Forgiveness is always about yourself, towards that younger part of you who could not be wiser, who could not have made those better decisions which you think you should have. Because that younger part of you did the best to their knowledge, to their abilities in that circumstance. We can judge now because we are wiser with our experience. But at that point of time, we did the best with the best of the intentions, right? So forgiveness is not about your parent. It is about yourself. It is about unburdening yourself from all the traumatic feelings which you're carrying. Have I answered your question? And yes, it is possible that, when you are experiencing it somatically, you are able to feel that. But when you write, again, the existing thoughts predominate. And this is where the fracture lies, right? Your body wants to believe it, but your mind tells you, no, this is not the truth. Things are not going to change. And if I want to have an integration between my mind, body, and spirit, let my body take over my logical reasoning. Because my logical thought will keep on telling me, look, this is the status quo. He is not going to change. And anyhow, whether he changes or not, doesn't make a difference in my life. The only difference which will be created in my life is when I change myself. Right? Because I have to live with myself. Other people will come and go. Does that make sense to you, Neha? Anyone else who would like to share their experience? Shreya, Kamna, would you like to share?
I would like to keep it private.
Okay, no worries. But were you able to release?
Yes, in somewhat ways, but there are a lot of things that constitute what is
Right.
happening right now. So somewhat,
it is-
yes.
And it is okay, Shreya. Understand, the pain was built over the years and we cannot remove it, right? We cannot remove it. We can only do it bit by bit.
Also, I feel what Neha said, that even though we are releasing the pain, it's not like people are changing themselves. We have to have
Yes,
a
they
new
will never.
perspective towards it. And working towards that is very difficult because you have so much of baggage that comes along. And then every time you're interacting, that hits you. So anything or everything they do really affects you.
It
So
will. It will. Understand that healing is not about others. Okay? It is only about myself. And when I keep on working on my feelings, what happens is gradually a perspective shifts. I do not view them from that lens anymore. I do not view them from that complaining lens or from the grudges I hold for them.
but how is that going to happen?
It happens with consistency, right? If you just, like today we worked on a lot of feelings, but the exercise which I'll be sharing with you, I will just asking you to visualize one complaint which you have and just let it go. And it may take time, you may go to a particular event multiple number of times. And every time you might be releasing 1% of it. And it will take time because the experience was so painful and I have carried it for so long that it has become my reality. The event has already.
Also some things that I realized after giving birth to my child, generally, sorry, this is TMI, but generally people become closer to their mothers, which I thought is going to happen. That I see so many people talking about it, that oh, now I've gotten very close to my mom. I've given birth. I know the pain she's gone through. But for some reason, it has happened. It's the opposite for me. I have become, and me and my mom were like best friends, thick as thieves. And from past 1 year, it's so difficult to talk to her. I can't hold a conversation with her. We are constantly fighting. And because I'm so close to her, and because I used to talk to her 10 times a day, then I'm not able to let go. And in my heart, I want to talk to her. And then whenever I'm talking, we have a fight. And everything comes back. So anything and everything she tries to tell me, which is nice, but something from my childhood will come back and I'll be like, okay. Something from the recent past will come back and I'll be like, okay. It is also, my scenario is different because I don't have a father. So she's a single parent who's handling everything. And I understand that. But to put me in a certain regard because I'm the elder daughter. So I don't know. It's very complicated. It was never complicated. It's become complicated like that. And I've lost my chain of thought. What were we talking about?
You were telling me that how you felt disconnected with your mother after
Yeah,
giving.
but that was because of you were saying something. That is when I started saying this, right?
I had to ask you, were you able to release?
Yeah. So I don't know how to release that, because for me the release will be to have a good conversation with her and to get that bond back.
Understand that is one consequence which you are thinking about, right? That is the final result. And healing is not about the result. Healing is about the process, getting one step closer. And we may fall back, but again we'll go ahead. Now, coming to your part, understand when we give birth, when we are pregnant, when we deliver our child, whether it is a C-section or a normal delivery, we undergo certain hormonal changes. Okay. And it is scientifically proved, you can Google it, that a mother's heartbeat regulates the child's heartbeats even after years of giving birth. Okay. So what exactly happens? This is a field of epigenetics and it is proven medically. It's not, very popular or people are aware in India, but this is true that in one woman, there are 3 generations living. So when your grandmother conceived your mother, Your mother, as a 5-month fetus, already had the eggs through which you will be conceived, right? So all the experiences of your grandmother was passed on to your mother and was also in you. Similarly, when you were conceived by your mother, all the experiences which your mother had, all the experiences, all her feelings during her pregnancy with you was transmitted to you and was also transmitted to your child. Okay? And there is something which we call as ancestral clock. It hits you at the same moment.
Yes, sorry, I remembered what was I saying. I was saying that all these things started hitting me after delivery. Yes.
Because the moment that is known as the ancestral clock, right? It will hit you at the same point of time, not exactly in terms of age, but a similar set of experiences will be hitting you, okay? When you will be experiencing with it. And it will be experienced with your child as well, okay? Because out of loyalty, out of our love, we carry those burden inside us and we pass it. Like, trauma is inheritable. If you will just do the work or you will just study, if you are a reader, just go through this book by, I'm just forgetting the, It Didn't Start With You by Mark Wallen. Okay, it didn't start with you. And you will find out that trauma is inheritable. Whatever unprocessed emotion our ancestors, our parents, our lineage had, it will be traveling out to us. And it will hit us at that same time. And that is known as ancestral clock. So what you are experiencing is all that unprocessed feelings when you were a child and also when your mother was carrying you. And it is very difficult to locate it consciously because most of the things we do not even remember. Like if I ask you about your pregnancy, you can list down few things, right? Because it is very recent to you. But
No, I have a very good memory. So like I remember most things from my childhood. Like as young as I was like 4 or 5 years old.
so that is the conscious part, right? But there are a lot of subconscious memories as well. There are home memories associated, and we need to process them. If you want, if you this is your final outcome, and if you feel that if I cannot talk to my mother in that way, to understand you have evolved as a person. You are now a different person. Earlier, you were just a daughter, a wife, and now you are a mother too. And all those triggers are triggering you now. So until and unless you resolve
There are so
it,
many things that triggers me that I didn't even realize that something like that is possible with me. Because I always used to like not take life so seriously. And I'm a very I used to be a very happy-go-lucky person. But now everything triggers me. And sometimes I just start crying out of nowhere. And I'm crying and my
tell
husband
me,
comes and like,
and
what's
tell me,
wrong?
Shreya,
I don't know what to say.
when you say that you were a happy-go-lucky child, what do you mean by that?
As in, I had a good childhood, but there
Good
were
childhood.
instances where which I never used to hold accountable. Like I never used to hold my mother accountable for it. But after giving birth, all those things started pinching
No,
me.
I want to, explore this part that when you say that you're a happy-go-lucky child, were you a kind of person who was very comfortable child, who would, who was a very easy child, who did not have any fuss, who did not have any kind of
No,
pattern?
I was a very difficult child. I was rebellious, and I all my life I've been like that.
Okay, and when you were rebellious, okay, how was it treated? How was it taken by your parents?
With anger, lots of anger, and hitting
And now
also.
yes, now when you were hit, okay, when your parents were angry because you choose to express your true
Not my
feelings,
father, my mother majorly.
okay, let it be your mother, okay. So when they did that, what you felt?
You know what? I didn't process that then because I was a child. But
I
right now I can totally think of what happened when I used to get locked inside a bathroom and I used to cry कि मम्मी मैं नहीं करूंगी दोबारा, please open the door in the closed this thing. I don't hold herself accountable for that as much because I know that she also didn't know. I was the first child and there were
understand.
not
We are
as
not judging your
awareness
parents.
as.
We are not judging our parents here. What I am trying to show you
But my
as
anger is
what
there
you felt
and
as a child.
my hurt and my anger is there. What I used to feel then
Exactly.
inside the closed bathroom is what I'm feeling now after delivery. And
Yes,
all these
because
years, I didn't realize that something like that is in me. Like I knew कि हाँ ऐसा हुआ था, and we used to joke about it. But after delivery, all those things have started hitting me so much that it's unbearable to even like talk to her normally.
yes, and those are that suppressed emotions, and that could only be processed one at a time, right? Because as a child, I was told every time when I used to tell myself, look, a child doesn't have a fully developed nervous system, right? They do not have proper words to express themselves.
But
So
life
even
goes on, and you don't think that this is going to hit you like after you're 30 or something.
you
I never
don't
knew.
think so. You don't think so. Understand? But that experience is frozen in your body. Okay? Life goes on in a linear way. Like chronologically, you are growing every single day. But some part of you has hold on to that pain. And now what exactly is happening when you become a mother, right? You also connect with your child. Maybe not an emotional connection, but the hormonal changes are there, right? And those hormonal changes kicks you, increases that triggers. And that is what is exactly happening. And you won't believe this is the sad reality of 95% of women. They do not realize what is hurting them until they get into any kind of emotionally intimate relationship. Okay, and this is scientifically proved. We do not find logical. like यार इतने साल पहले हुआ था, अब जाकर मुझे ये चीजें परेशान कर रही है. Now you see your parent as a parent.
And it's like it's on the level that you cannot suppress it also. Like mostly you're like ना कि ऐसे क्यों behave कर रहे, don't behave like this. It's totally stupid.
And it
Don't
will
अपनी
trigger
मम्मी के साथ
into
ऐसे क्यों बात कर रहे हो? You've been so close till now. All of a sudden something has happened and like gradually over the period of time, I've realized that I don't feel like talking to her anymore. And I used to talk to her so much. So I didn't know something that has happened in my childhood can come up and trigger me now. And I would like to forgive her for that. And I would like to forget it for the sake of my own sanity.
understand. The moment you try to forget it, you are trying to reject it, and it will only increase it. Right? For example, if I have a knee pain, right? If I have any pain in any of my body part, if I'll just forget it, okay, what will happen? After a moment of time, it will intensify, right? If I'll not nurse that wound, it will intensify. And then it will turn into something big, right? And this is what is happening. When we try to forget it, we do not forget it easily. Rather, we are intensifying its effect. What is the logical way? Nurse the wound immediately, right? If you take care at the initial stages, the pain will lessen and it will automatically go away, right? So don't focus on removing the pain because it will not happen. But focus on accepting the pain. The more you will accept it, the more you will come at peace with it. And when you will come at peace with it, it will stop bothering you. Like I'm telling you that I had a very emotionally distant relationship with my mom. I never had a single moment in my life where my mother actually behaved as a mother, in a sense that, the way mothers are, that they would share. They will ask me about my day, or they will ask me what is troubling me. Had I had any kind of, conflict with my partner or with my friend, and she would give me, guide me. There was nothing sort of that. And I am an emotionally distant mother too. I will do everything, right? I will take care of my kids. I'll prepare meals. I'll ensure that they study well. I'll do every possible thing to make life easy for them. But I wasn't connected to them. I will never have a heart-to-heart conversation with them. My kids are now grown up. They are 9 and 5. But then I never had it. It was only when I started my healing journey and I chose to see her as a human, not as my mother, but just as a human, I saw that she had 2 miscarriages before me. And the only thing, she wanted me to be safe. And so she did everything, taking care of me, providing me good food, giving me good clothes to wear, just so that she will be a good mother. Because for her, a good mother's definition is who takes care of her child. Right? And when I see her in that way, and I also see her childhood, the way she was brought up, the struggles she went as a child, I actually felt connected to her for the first time in my life. It's not that I share anything with her now. I don't share, but I don't hold her responsible for the distance. It's like, and you won't believe, a very beautiful thing happened when I started. I didn't share any of my healing experience with her, right? But what beautiful thing happened that one day she told me out of blue, she called me and told me, you were my first child. And even though I wanted to love you very much, I wasn't able to love you. She told me out of the blue, and she said, I don't know what I'm saying now after all these years. You are 37 now. I don't know whether it makes sense to you or not. But I feel good after talking to you, even if I tell you, what I have cooked. So it took a lot of time. It wasn't an intention. So the point I'm making here is that the triggers which you are experiencing now is that suppressed pain, is that suppressed girl who was locked in the bathroom, who was asked to shut down, who was asked not to show any anger and tantrum. And until and unless you see it, we will see your mother as a human too. But then for that, you must be willing to see yourself as a child too. What we do when we become parents, we start seeing our parents as parents, and we start seeing how much they have struggled, how much they have done for us. And we choose to ignore that child of us again, the child part of us, who felt ignored, who felt betrayed. And again, when we choose to see them as parents, we forget to see ourselves as a child, and then all those suppressed triggers starts boiling. Is it making sense to you? Okay, thank you for sharing, Shreya. Yes, Kamna, would you like to share?
Hi, Sneha. So I think a couple of points are already covered by Shreya and Neha. And I think this is my second session with you. So yes, I personally feel that more than angry with other, because of those particular instance, I feel that I am responsible, and then I feel I am angry with myself only. But yes, I was able to relate with the activity which you have conducted, and I was able to release most of the time. It's like that. I do understand, as you mentioned, to share as well. But yes, it will take some more time.
It will take time, understand. Whatever we have been harboring, it has been years, right? We haven't seen it. And if it's like that pain which I have not seen it ever. And the moment I'm seeing it, I cannot expect that it will go away. It will not take that much of time. Understand, if I'm 37, it will not take 37 years to go away. But it will take at least 3 weeks, 7 weeks, right? Because
Right.
I'm harboring, and every day I have to sit with that pain instead of judging myself that, how could, or judging other person, how could they do this to me? Why didn't they understand? I would just sit with myself that it's okay, it happened. But would I like to continue this? And I'm telling you, Shreya, this is a proven fact. You can ask any experienced parent who has a grown up kid that the things which we hate or reject our parents for their parenting style, we do the same to our kids. That is a proven fact that if we blame our parents for
But I don't want to do that. I have seen
is-
myself doing it, and I stopped it, and I rectified it. Ki this is not how I want. This is not the kind of parent I
that
want
is
to be.
because you are aware, and healing makes you aware, right?
No,
For
I have
example,
not been healed. This is the first session I'm ever
no,
having
this
with
is
any
not
therapist.
healing in a sense that you would be taking sessions. Awareness also comes from within, right? When you see that the pattern is there, you are behaving in the same way that your parents did. You are, getting angry for those small reasons. If even this awareness comes, that is a first step towards healing. Okay, it is never that, without getting aware, you will start taking sessions. In fact, majority of the time, healing is the last resort. But if you are getting aware of it, so out of 10 times, you will be doing it 7 times. And 3 times consciously, you will stop it. And gradually, it will come on 1 of 10 or 0 of 10, but it will take time, right? But the first thing is to become aware of ourselves and know that just because I have been brought up this way and I feel it was wrong, I choose not to do with my own way. That is how we heal. That is how we progress. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So today we had just done one part of the exercise where we have released or tried to release a few aspects of our personality which did not serve us. We had just released few aspects of our complaints, of our grudges, okay? And in the next day, that is tomorrow, we will be taking it one step ahead, okay? And I will also be sharing an audio with you, which, look, healing is something when you do it on 1:1 sessions, the levels are quite intense, right? But when we are in group, we have to maintain that privacy. So we cannot dig each and every event, right? We have to maintain that space for each one of us. But it is not possible for everyone to take 1:1 session because of XYZ reasons. But if you just keep on practicing that audio for a period of time, you will be able to uplift yourself. I cannot say the duration. It will differ. It might happen in 3 days, it might happen in 3 months, but it will happen if you just do it consistently. Okay? And know that it is just a start. This, you said that it is for your first day, right? Kamna said it was the second time. So even if you are able to view your patterns and identify it and choose not to carry it, that itself is a big step. Because most of the time we live in denial. We, believe in justifying ourselves. कि मुझे गुस्सा आया because इसने ऐसा किया. We are not willing to see कि मुझे गुस्सा आया क्योंकि मैं ऐसा feel कर रही हूँ और इसने तो बस उस चीज को trigger कर दिया, right? So that is how it happens. Okay. So I hope to see you all tomorrow at 11:30. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for extending your time. Thank you for giving so much time and trusting the space.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.